There we go. Now, this is what I'm talking about. This is fun.
First cast?
First cast, baby. There we go. Look at that. I'm going to tell you what, we are having fun already. We are out here back in La Crosse with my buddy and guide, Adam Christianson. We are going for a white bass today. This is going to be fun. We're glad you're here. Welcome to the show.
Awesome.
We just said, man, they're busting awfully close to the boat. Goodness gracious, are they strong? This is so fun. Look at the size of that thing, man.
That is a good one.
Look at the size of that thing. Come here. Oh my goodness. That is a beautiful white bass right there. Come here, come here, come here, come here. Stop. Yeah, and that's a new little bait we're throwing today that we're going to tell you about. Our new little scrounger head from Lure Parts, but look at the size of it. There we go. These things are so fun. These things are so fun. And in this current, this is crazy. This is just crazy. Come here. Man, they're eating that little scrounger. Oh my goodness. Look how they are just eating that thing. That makes you feel so good when you pick the right bait and it's a brand new one. How awesome is that? Oh, you've got to come to La Crosse and do this. We've literally been here 5 minutes. This is nuts.
Yeah, absolutely.
Another good one there. You know, it's pretty typical for everybody up here, as Adam was telling me, that a lot of boats get around here, but these schools get so big where we're at that once you find them, it's not uncommon to just keep catching fish after fish. In my opinion, this would be an absolutely great thing for families to do. Dads, bring your kids up here. Sons, daughters, whatever, bring mom, bring the entire family. At the end of the show, we're obviously going to give you the information because you got to get a hold of Adam. We'll talk to him more during the show. He's busy catching fish right now, but we'll talk to him more because this is fun for everybody. When I can get excited, I mean, I get excited over everything when I'm fishing, but this is the stuff that reminds you of why fishing is so fun. In La Crosse region, some of these guys, including Adam, are one of the best at making sure your family has a great time. Now, what is the limit here? If we were keeping these, Adam, what is the limit so people know?
So the limit on these is 10 a piece. It used to be 25. Mm-hmm. Ever since they switched it to 10, we've noticed our numbers have absolutely just skyrocketed on them.
And this is, now you have the equipment set up for everybody. So if mom and dad bring, how many people can you take?
Absolutely. So I'll do up to 4. Yeah, it's a great way. This white bass bite specifically is a great way to get kids hooked on fishing. It's fast paced. It's not uncommon to hook up 15, 20, 30 casts in a row. You know, so.
The first 10 casts I had, I literally had bites on every one. I caught 3, but we had bites on every single cast. This is a lot of fun. It's great action. And you know what? Let's catch a couple more and we're going to come back and we're going to talk. We'll be back right after this. We're going to talk and tell you about how good these fish are to eat. This segment of Jim Crowley Outdoors is brought to you by these and other fine sponsors.
Think a little more?
A little bit.
Yeah.
A little bit. Yeah, and sometimes, just like Adam was telling me, sometimes when they don't hit on the surface, you have to let the bait sink a little bit. So we did that, and there you go. Man, this is so fun.
Might be a good one, Jeff.
Yeah, it might be. Yeah.
A nice fish.
Yeah. Here you go. Another nice one. Hey, you know, Adam, we were talking a little bit before, so I don't get stuck again here. Some people say that these aren't good to eat. I've had them. I think they are.
Absolutely.
So tell people, how would you cook these?
So there's kind of a secret to cleaning them. So right against the skin, actually, there's a red layer of meat.
Yeah.
And if you go ahead and get that off, they are absolutely wonderful. You can beer batter them, you can pan fry them, you can bake them, you can do a lot of things with them. But if you get that red layer of meat off, you can't tell the difference between that and a crappie or a walleye or anything else. They are absolutely delicious.
There you go. One more great fish for the pan. Come on. It's like panfish, man. They're going to be good. Another one there. Yeah. That is a better one there. Oh, man. Goodness gracious. I'm going to get out of your way. I'm going to go back over here. That's a strong fish right there, man. That is a strong fish right there. That is a good white bass. Yeah. Holy cow, man. Look at that one. Man, if you were keeping white bass and you can lip it, that's exactly the size you want right there. You got to come to La Crosse and do this. This is fun. There you go, Adam. Nice job, man. Another good one.
You know, Jim, they're getting a little picky, so I decided I was going to go to a 16th-ounce jig and a crappie minnow and first cast.
And the nice thing is when you got clients out here, you can easily switch stuff up for them.
Right, exactly.
Yeah.
Yep. So we just went with that finesse presentation. They're getting a little bit pickier as the sun gets higher, and you know that's typical sometimes. Sure. But yeah, sometimes you just got to downsize, make slight adjustments, and can make all the difference in the world for you.
Effective days fishing are always with adjustments.
Absolutely.
That one stayed down. That one stayed down. He hit that. Oh, so cool. You know, in this current, one thing that I do like having on this reel, and all my spinning reels are usually loaded with suffix 832, and it's always loaded with yellow. Well, on a sunny day like this, it would be really hard for me to see fluorocarbon or monofilament. So with that yellow 832, that's one of the reasons I always have this on this reel, because I can always tell which way that fish is going. Then I just use a 4 or 5 foot fluorocarbon leader. Honestly, best braided line I've ever used, a sinking braided line for techniques like this, suffix 832. So here's a rod and reel combination that I'm using today to catch these white bass. Now, obviously I built it on an American tackle. This is a Bushido blank, and this is actually their drop shot rod. This is a DS69 8-15. Really light action rod with a really fast tip. It's fantastic for these white bass and the little bait, the little scrounger head that I am throwing. Of course, I have the compressed carbon fiber reel seat on here, which is extremely sensitive, and as always, I build every rod with those microwave guides, and this is an MW20s. Again, in this situation, it is critical to make long casts and stay off the fish, especially when they get finicky. You don't want to be moving right up on them, so the farther we move back, again, the more bites that we are continuing to get. Now the reel, this one is something special and one of my absolute favorite reels in the Cast King lineup. This is a Mega Jaws Elite. It's a one-piece frame. It's actually got 2 stabilizer bars that go right up through the reel. This is an incredibly stable reel at only 6 ounces. It actually has a patented lip design right here, so the line comes off the spool easier for longer casts and much, much better line control. It's got a 6:2-to-1 gear ratio, and it also has 10+1 ball bearings. And as I always tell you, one ball bearing in every Cast King reel is always dedicated to the instant anti-reverse. It is a rock solid reverse. It's got a triple carbon fiber disc drag system with almost 17 pounds of drag pressure in it. Smooth, light, long casting, especially for fish like this, you can't beat it. It's in size 2500, which in my opinion is perfect for white bass, it's perfect for smallmouth, it's perfect for largemouth, and it's perfect for walleye. You want one really good, incredible reel for multi-species fishing? The Cast King Mega Jaws Elite in the 2500 size, this is your reel. The bait, as we showed you already, is our new little scrounger head from Lure Parts Online. This is the Elite Scrounger. I've got this in 3/16 ounce size, and I'm putting our little Big D 3.5 inch on the back of it. I'm turning it vertical. That way I get more of a bait fish profile and a bait fish action. And as you've seen today, those white bass, they can't resist it. That's another one of those bigger fish. Look, he's staying down. That is... Look, that thing is just moving, man. That's a big one. Oh, look at that. Oh, this is just great. Come here. Yeah. Now, come here, you. All right. On that fish right there, we will be back right after this. This segment of Jim Crowley Outdoors is brought to you by these and other fine sponsors. Yeah. Oh, there's another one right there. Man, they are just eating that scrounger head today. That is so cool. You know, matter of fact, I'm gonna take you back to the studio. We're gonna show you how to build this little elite scrounger head. It comes in so many different sizes. You can use this for a lot of fish, but for white bass, this is a killer. The new Elite Scrounger Head from Lure Parts Online is a very fun and exciting lure to fish. Now the jig head itself comes in 5 different colors and 5 different sizes. The bills that attach to the jig head also come in numerous different sizes and different thicknesses. Let me give you an example of the one that I used today. Today I was using the 3/16 ounce size, and I was using a bill that was 0.040. Now the bills range in thicknesses, so the thinner the bill, that will give you better or more subtle action in colder water. The thicker the bill, like today was a 0.040 that I used, gives me a lot more vibration, so it almost feels like a bladed jig coming through the water. In the stained water that we were fishing on the Mississippi River, that bill put off just enough vibration that really attracted those white bass. So I'm going to show you how to build it. After taking the scrounger head out of the package, the first thing I'm going to do is I'm going to add a 25-pound snap lock to the jig head. This is going to allow for greater action on here, and also if I ever want to change anything out, that snap lock provides that. Next thing I'm going to do is I'm going to add the bill to the scrounger head, and this is very easy to do, and here's a little trick for you. I'm going to take some of our scented lure booster and I'm going to put it on the collar of the jig head. That's going to allow the bill to slide up easier. So all I'm going to do is place the bill over the hook, push it past the bait keeper, push it right up next to the collar, and press forward, and it snaps right into place. I want the bill centered on the eyelet, and you can see that right there. That is going to be my scrounger head, and you can build every single one of the sizes of the scrounger heads exactly the same way. Now the trailer I was using today was the smaller version of our Big D, and to add this on to the scrounger head, I'm just going to cut off the top part. Now the cool thing about the scrounger is you can fish it horizontally or you can fish it vertically. On the scrounger jig head today, I was fishing it vertically, and here is how I attach it to the jig head. I'm going to slide it up the jig head like so. As soon as I get to the keeper, I am going to turn it toward you, push up, and then turn back. That will allow it to bite into fresh plastic. And there, quite simply, is your scrounger head. Another great feature of the scrounger jig head is where the line tie placement is. It's in the center of the head. So without the bill, this is the perfect jig head for forward-facing sonar. You want to find out more about the Elite Scrounger Head and all the great components that you can use to build exactly what you want? Go to lurepartsonline.com. It's a crappie. There you go. Come here, you. There we go. Nice being able to switch up. It's really nice being able to switch up things with Adam here, being able to catch some nice white bass and then just go over to one of his crappie spots and start off with some nice crappies. And this is just the start of it. One of the best things about the La Crosse area is I think there's like something like 119 different species in this system. There's so many different things to fish for. And again, I'm going to say bringing a family to a place like this, you have so many different opportunities and you have so many things to do that it can be fun for the entire family. And we're going to keep doing that. That's a nicer one too.
Yeah, well, it's an average one.
There you go. There. Now, this time of year you said they are done spawning and then they get out on this grass?
Yeah, so what these crappies will do is right after they finish up spawning, there's a big drop off right here where it goes from about 4 to 15, and they're just staging up on that before they move on to structure here for the rest of the summer. They'll move on to deep wood, dock pylon, stuff like that. So we're here catching them in transition. So
yeah, and you can catch them on tubes. You can catch, like we're doing, kind of live bait and jig heads.
Absolutely.
Just depending on the mood of the fish.
Bobbers, there's a ton of different ways to catch them, and they're an absolute blast.
If you want a freezer filling time, this is the guy to call, and this is the place to come. This is fun.
Absolutely.
Oh, I just had one come over. Oh.
Yeah, that's a good one.
Darn it! Nice job. That's what we're looking for now. That's a crappie. Nicely done. Nicely done. It is so fun catching them.
Yeah.
Just like this.
Beautiful, perfect eater black crappie there.
Yeah.
You know, that's one of those 10 inchers that we talk about.
Yeah.
Cookie cutter for here. We do get some big ones too. We do get some 13s, 14s mixed in, but you can just see how well fed they are. I mean, just a thick little 10 incher. So.
And the cool thing is there's recreation going all around us and we're still catching fish.
Absolutely.
That's great. Now I think I know a little bit more. Thanks for letting me know. That's as sure it is. Just put a little piece of plastic on there and I thought I'd try that and let it sink down a little bit more, and that did work. That did work. Yeah, this is great. As you've seen, we're having an absolutely incredible time today with Adam Christianson with Adrenaline Angling Guide Service. Really had a great time catching those white bass and crappies, but there's so much more to do here on the river. Summertime is one of the most, when people think it's a dog days, it's not so on this river.
Right, absolutely. Everything starts firing up here. We get into these, you know, mid-70s water temps and everything starts to fire, whether it's white bass, crappies, bluegills, pike, you know, walleyes, everything starts getting going really good right now.
Yeah, and you've always heard me talk about how much fun we always have in La Crosse, and one of the reasons is when we come here to fish, there are so many different species to go after, and if you're coming up here for the first time, or you even want to try something different, Adam, without question, is one of the best guides here in the La Crosse region. He's always constantly putting us on fish, whether it be ice fishing. Hey, the Mississippi River can be a little bit of a scary and intimidating place, can it?
Absolutely.
Especially depending on the rising and lowering water levels. But if you want to go with somebody who spent their entire life on this river, Adam is one of the best guys to do that with. And where can they find out more information about you?
Adrenaline Angling Guide Service.com. We've got a nice photo gallery on there. You can check out some of our recent catches, or else Adrenaline Angling Guide Service on Facebook. Give me a call, shoot me a text, 608-451-2986.
And it's important for people to know that kids are welcome on here. How many people can you accommodate on this boat?
I can accommodate up to 4, and I absolutely love working with kids and watching them catch their first fish, or, you know, one of their first fish is an absolutely awesome experience. That's what it's all about, Jim, is getting kids involved with the sport.
Yeah, we agree on that wholeheartedly. You want a freezer fill and adventure? Call Adam Christianson, hook up with Adrenaline Angling Guide Service. You'll have the same fun that we're having.
Yeah, daycare center.
Let me just keep getting these little guys out of the way for you so you can catch the bigger ones. I am here, if anything, I am a helpful individual. Keep it up.
That is a dandy there. That's what we're after. Beautiful crappie.
There you go, buddy. That's nice.
Another one of those perfect eaters.
If we were keeping them today, we'd be well on our way.
Oh yeah,
I know.
Absolutely beautiful.
That's awesome.
They are fat and well fed. See you later, girl.
The crappie setup was quite simple today. As always, I'm building it with an American tackle blank, and the number on this Bushido blank is JS664-8. It's a great light action rod. Matter of fact, you could also use this not only for bluegills and crappies, not a bad walleye rod if you're throwing live bait as well. It's got a good little backbone. This is a good stick. I've also built it, of course, again, with the compressed carbon fiber reel seat, and when I'm throwing small lures or just about anything on a spinning rod, of course, I'm going to use the microwave guide system. I just get longer cast with less effort. Now the reel, this is a reel that everybody should have in their arsenal. One, it's very inexpensive. This Cast King Summer reel is not only a great panfish reel, it's phenomenal for ice fishing. This is the 500 size. It's got 9+1 ball bearings, a rock solid instant anti-reverse on this little reel. It's got a 5:2-to-1 gear ratio, and it takes in almost 19 inches of line per turn. The line I'm using on here, I always go with light line when I'm crappie fishing, usually between 4 and 6 pound test. Today, since the action, we really had to finesse those fish into biting with an 1/8 ounce jig, and a live minnow was our most productive. I dropped down to 4 pound test Suffix Advanced Fluorocarbon. That was a complete setup, easy to do for pan fishing, easy and affordable, and flat out effective. Yeah, there you go.
Funky.
Oh yeah. Oh, that was fun. I'll tell you what, we've had an absolute blast up here today. Adam, thanks a lot, and put that one back right there.
Yeah, you bet.
We have had just an absolute blast today. We had white bass, we had bluegills, we had big crappies, and anybody can do that up here with you.
Absolutely. Yep. That's you know, that's one of the awesome things about the river here, Jim, is you don't know what you're going to catch for one half the time, but
right.
You know, these 5, 6, 7, 8 species days, fairly typical up here. You know?
It's awesome. We're going to put Adam's information at the end of the show so you can make sure. I think this is a great family thing. The La Crosse area, we've been so blessed to be able to come here for the last several years and have so much fun on just about every occasion. Whether you're riding bicycles, there's great trails up here. Whether you're fishing, whether you're waterfowl hunting, where you just want to bring family on a vacation, we've got beautiful places to stay and great places to eat. Go to explorelacrosse.com and you will find out more. I'll tell you what, for Adam, we had an absolute blast today. Thank you so much for your time and coming fishing with us. Until next time, for Adam, I'm Jim Crowley. God bless you. We'll see you soon. On this trip to La Crosse, we checked in at Island Outdoors. They have a full-service tackle store with a fly shop, live bait, and canoe rentals. They also offer a rental cabin right across the street from their location with comfortable beds, a very nice TV room with free Wi-Fi, and a very spacious dining and kitchen area.